Welcome to this yoga video. I invite you to join me in a practice that brings us back to ourselves, back to our heart, back to our light, and back to our love. In really challenging times, I often feel so overwhelmed by the lack of ability to really save or help or alleviate suffering around the world, in my own home, my own community, and the most I find I can do is really turn that love back to myself and connect deeply and use that opportunity to know that when I connect deeply back to myself, back to my body, mind, and spirit, that vibration will continue and will expand. And I am doing my part by just taking time to really be the best from the inside out that I can be. So I invite you to join me, and we'll start with a short meditation and turning our light of the heart towards ourselves. We'll move, breathe, expand into our light. And if you feel emotional or any needs to rest, I invite you to listen throughout your practice. As this body contains so much experience and life, so being kind and gentle and allowing. So why don't we come to our comfortable seat? And just sit up in your tall meditative posture, wherever you're most comfortable. Take a breath. As you find yourself grounded and steady on the earth, through your legs and your feet, let your spine grow nice and tall, your shoulders relaxed. And softening through the hands. As you soften through the eyes, and the forehead, and the jaw. Take a moment just to know and bring the connection to that vast holding space of protection, love, and light of consciousness. That there is this holding, steadiness and ease, infinite awareness, holding it all. Bring in any of your images of protection and love, maybe the image of the divine, those that protect and hold you along the way. The light of consciousness is. And just begin to notice your breath. And the dance of life within you. Start to notice those sensations of breathing in and breathing out, the light and dance of Shakti, the energy, the life force within your body. Soft oceanic sound of breath. You might create a soft hum in the back of your throat in the nasal passageway, hearing that wave of breath. Deepening lower in the belly, trying to find the breath, expanding the luminous space within you. As you exhale, very soft and subtle and slow as it exits the nose, releasing out. Continuing to follow your breath into the heart. You might bring your hands over your heart, maybe even open into Padma Mudra, taking the heels of the hands together, thumbs and little fingers together, just holding that lotus flower in front of the heart. Take a moment just to allow whatever thoughts, feelings, and sensations arise. You start to feel the petals of the heart open and soften. You might bring that image of love that is relevant for you. Maybe it's a beloved, a divine figure. Maybe it's yourself as a child, innocent and free. Could even be a pet that you feel compassion and love for. What image opens the heart to love? As you notice these sensations of opening the heart, as you breathe in and breathe out, just noticing where those sensations are. Where are they in the body? So you bring that loving light of the heart towards yourself, towards this body, this mind, this heart. So you stay with those sensations of love and compassion and breath. You might start to just notice a tracing of those sensations through the outer layer of our body, our largest organ, the skin. So start to circle a little bit, bringing that light and love to the skin, stretching forward with the chest, circling side and back. Where does it lengthen and stretch and pull? Where's the shape of your container? Bring the stretch across the skin of the chest, sides and back, circling the heart space. And then maybe you try the other direction, right? Feeling that space, directing consciousness towards ourselves, allowing Shakti to do her dance. Right, spinning around, circling. Good. So we can let the skin around the shape of our neck maybe start to move. We could pause, lifting the chin, stretching the chin upwards. Little bit of movement and then dropping the chin towards the chest. And breathing in, stretching, chin lengthening through the front body of skin. And then coming back, dropping the chin. We're going to start to move into some cat and cow movements. Again, lifting on the in-breath, right? Feeling our outer border. Finding the outer border of our skin, our back body rounding like a cat. Directing your light of conscious awareness onto this part. Taking the hands, breathing in, clasping in front of the heart. Exhale, press the palms forwards. Find the skin that the borders of your fingers and palms. Find the borders of your length of your arms as you reach all the way up. And then release and circle down, finding the stretch on the sides. Let's do that again, breathing in. Pressing the skin of the palms forward and reaching up, lengthening from armpit to heels of hands. And releasing out, down and around. Good, and we'll just kind of stretch our legs a little bit. So coming onto all fours. Coming into the system of our border of our body, so our outer border. So we might come back and just kind of feel the thighs. We're going to slide the hands over the upper legs. Slide them out, feeling the edge of our knees and out forward, coming into plank. And then exhale, slide the hips back to child's pose. Hands up onto the thighs, feeling the legs, outer border, skin. One more time. Breathing in, coming back out to plank. And exhaling back into child's pose, all the way back. And pause. Let's just roll over the skin of the forehead. So as you rock your ears side to side, kind of feel the trace, like a trace of a finger through the sand as the forehead rolls side to side. Bringing that light of awareness where the mind goes, the prana flows to the tiny cells of our epidermis. We'll come back to neutral. Find the shape of our underneath the skin, the fascia that lines all our muscles, this webbing system of material that kind of lines all our muscles, bones, organs, everything. So we're going to come into side plank on the right. So stretching into the lateral length of our fascia. So from our outer little toe on the left, stretching up and over. See if you find that line that extends all the way to the left ear. And then inhale. Reach the arm up to the ceiling, looking up. And exhale that arm over. It's like a fingertip drawing a line in the sand. Find the fascia on the left side body. Exhale that arm over the top. Lengthen and pause from the toe to the ear. Maybe turning your chin upwards. Take a breath. Sending that love and awareness there, and then circle that arm down and around. Still exploring our fascia. We're going to come into downward dog and stretch the back body. So as we sink our heels and we lengthen the back body up through the glutes, down the spine on either side to the back of the neck, we're going to kind of gently contract our chin in towards the sternum. Right? Feel that stretch of the back body fascia. So breath in from heels to hips. Breath out from hips to fingertips. And then bringing in the heart, so the love of consciousness. And walking your feet and hands towards each other. One more breath, or a couple more breaths. We're going to lift our toes, still lengthening out the webbing of our back body. So we're going to bring our hands behind our heels, lift the toes, bend the knees a little bit, slide the hands up the calves, just to feel the fascia beneath the skin. So all the way up your back body, and you can kind of bring your hands up and over, down where the spine is. And with grace and light, maybe link the hands into chest expansion. Right, lengthening down and behind the ears as you drop the chin. And as you explore with the breath, vibration in the back of the throat, The soft humming sounds. Good length of our back body. Drop the hands towards the legs, tracing down the back of the legs. So we feel that internal space of fascia, bending the knees. Plant the hands. We'll step all the way back. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, drop the knees. Right, feel a little bit of lift right above the floor. So we're just feeling for a moment the fascia of the front body contracting in, tightening around our abdominal wall. And we'll let our knees come down, moving into side plank on the other side. Left foot spins out, right leg extends. Good. Coming into our side plank, up and over, lateral length from our toes to our fingertips. Arm up next to the ear, and then stretch it out. So just like a sheet of material or a blanket lengthens when pulled on both ends. We're going to stretch that side. Take a breath and turn your chin up if that feels good. Maybe explore the fascia reaching up. Exhale the arm next to the ear. Good. How does it shift and stretch that sheet, lining your whole side of your body? Good. As you circle that arm down and around, coming into hands on the mat, tabletop. Good. Just breathing in, dropping the belly, lifting the chest. As you exhale back into downward dog, pause. And breathing in, coming forward to plank. And lowering down as you exhale. Good. On your in-breath, lifting your chest. Pause in your cobra pose. So we're going to kind of feel that length of the front body, stretching from navel to chin. Good. Even from the toes, pressing down. So little gentle pulses. So inhale, turning that light on the front body. And exhale, release. One more pulse here. And lowering back. And just rest. Relax the forehead, the eyes. So we might use the concept of like a flashlight directing the light of awareness on each system of our body as we move down towards the muscles and bones. Just noticing what comes up for you as you move with awareness, pressing up and back. As we start to kind of feel those muscles and bones engage, we're going to lift up into that downward dog, stretching that right leg up towards the sky. Good, turning the toes towards the floor, just playing for a bit with your hip. Right, so now we're feeling into the light of that, the bones and muscles, hip shifting open, closing. Right, one more shift, rotating, coming back to neutral, pause. Right, you start to feel the contraction, bringing that knee towards the belly, and slowly, we're going to kind of move through. See if you can feel and connect where that heat is starting to build as you step through. Right, a slow step through. You can adjust, right? Finding kneeling lunge, Anjaneyasana pose. Good. As we hug the inner thighs towards each other, we find that rise in the spine. And the use and extension of the muscles lining the spine. So the erector spinae muscles slowly travel up your spine. Maybe link your hands. Pause. Send love and light there. And release. It's coming back down, stretching out front of the leg. Good connection to the muscles and bones as our shin reaches forward, our front knee reaches forward, our back knee grounds, and our arms rise. And then shifting back. Half forward or half splits, Ardha Uttanasana. Good. You might shift back and forth a few times. Loving light of awareness. Come all the way forward. Good. As you press your palms down on the inside edge of that right foot. So we're going to find a lift. Maybe pressing down into the balls of the feet, lifting through the belly. Almost like cat pose in your lunge. And then we're going to find those spinal muscles, like bring that light of consciousness right there to the spine, breathing in. Lengthening spine. Breathing out, rounding like a cat. I'm going to try that again. Slowly walking your hands around to the center of your legs. Wide-legged forward bend, and we'll just hang here. Now letting the soft vibration of the breath grace the hips, the legs, the glutes, the spine. As you hear the breath, you might travel up the back of the legs, down the spine as you exhale. If you lost connection to the love and the light there, then pause and go back to just holding Padma Mudra at the heart and coming back to loving awareness. Right, not a pushing. Let's turn the other direction, Anjaneyasana. Right, finding that stable base. Hugging our support system in, so our inner thighs, our bones, our femur bones, and rising through the back body so the muscles are engaged, right? So we feel our glute muscles engage, our spinal muscles. Maybe we cradle the cranium in support of the neck and spine. And take a breath. And with the reach up, finding that we're supported, right? Everything's held in awareness on the cosmic level, so all of your practice is held. So wherever that is, shift your hips back, maybe stretch the front leg out and feel into it, right? So feeling the spine as a part, feeling the legs as a part, the head, the hands reaching. exhaling back into your half forward bend or half splits. One more time. Right, feeling the back of the leg contract as you move forward and extend as you move back. And shifting forward, both hands on the inside edge of that left foot as we come into lizard pose. Lifting the knee, optional. Good, still finding that skeletal structure. Inhale, lengthening spine, knee. Exhale, rounding like cat pose. Touching in like a trace of a finger along the sand. Exhaling back. Continuing your turning back into that wide-legged forward bend. And hang. And slowly walking towards your right foot, stepping forward. And slowly drop the hips, so we're going to really feel slow drops. You start to feel as the muscles trace up the back of the legs. Some of you might come into Malasana here. You might slowly release through the hips. Taking your time, we're going to roll onto our back, noticing heat, right, as we build fire. All the way onto your back and stretch out for a moment. Pause. 5-pointed star. As you take a moment to come back to the vibration of breath. Turn that loving light of awareness on yourself. And start to notice maybe places, moments, or times when we step away from love and self-love. So as we notice the flowing parts in our body, the heart space, awareness of the heart. Breaking hands across the heart. To move to that deeper level of the organ system. The giving and the receiving, the nourishing of the vascular system. So on the in-breath, just noticing the heart fill. On the exhale breath, the heart beats. Heart always has a pause where it rests. It has balance between activity and rest. Starting to feel that moves each beat out to our fingertips, our toes, and our head. Your exhale breath, move through the vascular system. sending that light of prana. We might bring our feet and hands overhead. Just start to circle wrists and ankles. As you imagine all the tiniest capillaries graced by your light of consciousness. You might circle the other direction, places midst. Right, hugging the knees in and just a rock side to side. So the legs, the arms, the head, all part as nourishing as our heart nourishes our whole body. So just kind of rolling around, noticing how nourishing all the places our heart contains. Our heart spreads through the vascular system. So you can be like an amoeba, Our vascular system runs everywhere. So just circling arms, legs, feet, hands. And turning that loving light towards your heart and your vascular system. You might even roll to one side and just come over, coming into your Z sit. You need a pillow, you could sit on a pillow to be more comfortable here. We're finding our vascular system and our other flowing system is immunity, right? Our lymph. So the groin area has our lymph nodes, and we kind of pump lymph up through the armpits, the neck area, in order to remove invaders. So let's just kind of give a squeeze to our neck. We're going to drop our chin, tuck our chin, drop our forehead towards our knee, and squeeze the groin area on the left. Scoop up just like cobra pose. So we're going to stretch out the chest, the neck, coming up, flowing like the lymph in our body. Right, dolphin dive. So we're going to drop our chin. Inhale, scooping up. And imagine the lymph, the water element in your body flowing through. And make it really soft and gentle as you become aware of that flow in your body. And you might shift over to the other side, right? Flowing in both directions. Dipping the chin, squeezing around the neck area. Lengthening and spreading the flow up the body. Exhale, squeezing in, contracting the low belly. Inhale, stretching the body of water. Right. Our immune system is our innate protection. Sending the light of love to our innate protection. And we'll come all the way back. Coming back to seated. You can remove the blanket. Having wide legs. So wide as our mat here. And start to drop side to side. And allowing your spine, your hips to turn in a way that feels right for them. So you could explore a little more rotation. And as you turn that light of awareness onto the flow of our immune system, and you might drop all the way to one side and coming back to that Z sit, wrapping left arm behind the back, right arm spins around, circles around, and you might lift the hips and come up. And you can try that out if you like, spinning the armpit towards the sky, giving wide open space right around the armpit where the lymph nodes are. And breathing in, giving a soft light there. Breathing out. And returning back. Good, circling around. Try the other side. Switching legs. And for sound, just a rock of the hip is okay, right? Just lifting, lowering. And others who might reach the right hand behind the hip. Left arm circles around the head, lifting the hips. And exploring here, if you like, can we give more space for flow around the neck and the armpit and the groin area? Right, soft glowing light. And returning back, lowering the hips, circling around, coming down onto your back, and just noticing, right, pausing. See how you feel. Maybe place a hand over the heart. Immune system's working well. Take several breaths on your back, continuing to check in. So the body, in the Yoga Sutras, the body in 2.18 says the body provides for both experiences and liberation to the seer or to the light of consciousness. So experiencing consciousness in our body consciousness, being awake here. So we're going to come back up. Continue to move just a little bit. So, walking your hands and feet together. Let's take a little bend in the knees. Slowly roll up through the spine. Where the mind goes, the prana flows. The Shakti, so we're going to roll up, taking the Shakti with close attention to our body in a soft way, reaching up. Deep breath in, stepping into our warrior one. Good. And the arms to goalpost arms. As you breathe in, just expanding and noticing the heart. Breathing out, closing hands in. We're going to breathe with our hand motion just a little bit, just noticing the respiratory system. Feeling the lungs. Stepping all the way forward. Other side, left foot steps back, warrior one. What were those sensations of the heart, the loving space of the heart? Let's return to those. The in breath. Noticing the shape of the lungs, the shape of the breath. Is there any time when we start to be a little harder on ourselves? We've lost that light of bringing love to each system. Bring love to the respiratory system. Creates our interaction with the environment, taking in and giving back. And stepping forward. Nice deep breath. Arms overhead. Stepping our right foot back, warrior two this time. Stretching left arm up, reverse. Find that space of that left lung and give it a gentle heart massage. You might even place your right hand on those intercostal muscles and turn that light of awareness right on that space. We'll stretch the arms out and switching sides, coming to warrior two on the other side. Reaching right arm up. Left hand to the left rib cage, or right rib cage. Can that loving light of awareness touch here? Remember those sensations. Just welcoming in respiration, coming into goddess pose, breathing in. And breathing out, we're going to round our spine forward, just like a cat and cow, kind of breathing in, up and open. And breathing out, rounding the spine. And then just doing a bit of a dance, a circle as we acknowledge circulation and respiration working together like a windmill motion, right? Circling, nourishing our bodies, nourishing our whole being through circulation and respiration. Cardiorespiratory system like a windmill moving continuously. And let's give it some light of grace. And that might mean making it really small, right? Maybe we're just Feeling that circulation in our body, maybe making our windmills really small. But can we be loving? Can we be loving towards the system? And if we can't, that's something to notice too. How do we feel about our respiratory system or other systems of the body? Okay, let's come all the way, stepping in, just hanging like a rag doll here. Taking a number of breaths to rest. I'm going to invite you to come all the way down onto your back. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So reclined bound angle. We're going to bring the bottoms of our feet together all the way onto the back. All right, arms can come open to the sides or even overhead. And let the whole container of our abdominal contents, the pelvic bowl, just soften and relax. You want another position for the hands, you could place the hands right on the abdomen. Let the earth hold your body, so we start to let those abdominal contents, we let the digestive system rest to the back wall of our body. And you might find if there are any knots of tension. Moving the hands a little higher up. You could come to the solar plexus area and just give some love to your stomach and your liver. Letting the light of awareness as the diaphragm gently massages those organs, right? Each breath, the in-breath, the diaphragm kind of presses against the liver and the stomach. And the out-breath, it contracts away from the liver and the stomach. Those organs can be kind of held in the light. And bring the hands further up, maybe to the chest, just kind of tracing the length of our digestive system. We might just kind of trace up the center midline of the body, coming up through the neck, to the jaw, the mouth, and just rest. Might stretch your legs out into five-pointed star. And just let all the systems of your body be held by the earth. Relaxing deeply and completely in your Shavasana. Finding that loving light in Shavasana. So Ram Dass, in his meditation, I am loving awareness. He describes awareness. When talking about awareness, most of us identify with our awareness through the ego, through the mind, and the senses. But the true self is in the middle of our chest, in our spiritual heart. Dwelling in the heart, you might just repeat to yourself, I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. A poem by Rainer Maria Rilke. Quiet friend who has come so far, feel how your breathing makes more space around you. Let this darkness be a bell tower, and you the bell. As you ring, what batters you becomes your strength. Move back and forth into the change. What is it like, such intensity of pain? If the drink is bitter, turn yourself to wine. In this uncontainable night, be the mystery at the crossroads of your senses. The meaning discovered there, and if the world has ceased to hear you, say to the silent earth, I flow. to the rushing water. Speak, I am. May you continue to rest, my friends, in loving awareness, and then spread your light. Namaste.